in the past 4 months. We are joined by 3 representatives of this extraordinary effort today. First person we'd like to introduce is Chris Utter and his partner Stephen Pompey. Chris Utter is a retired architect who lives in Providence. He's been an active volunteer with Rhode Islanders United for Marriage since the campaign began. He and his partner Stephen have been together for nearly 20 years. Chris and Stephen.
Good evening. What a better way to celebrate my 61st birthday today than the classic American home in Rhode Island. Thank you. My name is Christopher Utter, and I stand here today with my partner, Stephen Pompey. I met Stephen at a point in my life when I was in need of love and support. I had recently lost my partner of 17 years following a physically and emotionally exhausted 2-year period serving as his at-home primary caregiver. When I met Stephen, I also informed him that due to my own health status, my own future was uncertain. Following a 12-month long-distance relationship between New York City and Rhode Island, I invited Stephen to move to Manhattan to share his life with me, which he accepted without hesitation. For the past 14 years, we have called Providence, Rhode Island, our home. As our relationship as a committed couple has matured, we have integrated our lives with our families, our church, and our community, supporting each other through the joys of celebrations and the difficulties and sorrows of illness and death. Next year, Stephen and I will commemorate 20 years of shared life together. Today's vote and signing now brings to reality our hope to acknowledge that milestone in our relationship in the way that universally recognizes the love and commitment we share by getting married. Not in Massachusetts where we met, or New York where we shared many years together, but in our mutual home state of Rhode Island. The journey to today has been a long one, and we all owe a debt of gratitude to those who over the preceding years, months, and weeks have worked with such commitment to bring us to this historic moment. For the past several months, I've been proud to be one of the hundreds of Rhode Islanders volunteering for weekend canvassing, manning evening telephone banks, and writing letters as we reach out to fellow Rhode Islanders in support of marriage equality for all loving and committed couples. It has provided me with the opportunity to meet many fellow Rhode Islanders of varied ages, racial, economic, and religious backgrounds, gender, and sexual orientations in such a way that I have come to better understand myself, and more importantly, to strengthen my relationship with my soon-to-be legal spouse, Stephen. I have been particularly proud of the manner in which all those associated with Rhode Islanders United for Marriage have conducted themselves, presenting a positive message of love, commitment, and family, all the while, even when confronted with negativity, being tired, or discouraged, maintaining a friendly smile. May 2nd, 2013 is truly an historic day for all Rhode Islanders, as we send a clear message of full equality and tolerance to all Americans. Thank you. Very proud of you.
You're breaking my leg, Mom. Get down. Get down. Oh.
Our next speaker is Julia Harvey, who's being joined by her mother, Susan. Julia is a junior at Brown University, where she's studying community health. She's born and raised in Lincoln. Julia and her mother, Susan, came to the State House for the first time to testify in the marriage equality, and they waited until 4 o'clock in the morning to do that and to tell their story. Julia and Susan.
My name is Julia Harvey. I'm 20 years old and I am a proud, lifelong Rhode Islander. I am elated and truly grateful that today Rhode Island is standing on this side of marriage equality. I'm thrilled today to be joined by my mom, Susan, and my father, Jim. I admire and respect both of my parents more than words could possibly say. They arguably have taught me everything I know that's worth knowing. Some of the most important lessons I've actually learned just from watching them and following their example. My parents' marriage is the foundation of our family and has been an incredibly important source of support for me. Watching my parents together has taught me about true love and commitment, about steadfastness and understanding, about being there for one another when things are hard, and celebrating the joys that their life together brings. When I came out to my parents and told them that I'm gay, their love and support were invaluable. The love and commitment that they have for one another as a married couple extended to me because we're a family, and that's what families do. My whole life I've been lucky enough to benefit from the strength and loyalty that come from my parents' marriage. Today means that I have the opportunity one day to get married in the place that I have called home for my entire life, to the person that I love. It means that I'll have the opportunity to make the same commitment that my parents did. And to the elected officials, dedicated campaign leaders, and tireless citizens who made that a possibility for me and my LGBT peers, I could not be more grateful. Thank you.
Our final speaker this evening is Reverend Gene Dishlevsky. Reverend Gene is an ordained minister in the United Church of Christ and a community minister at the First Unitarian Church in Providence. He's the chair of the Religious Coalition for Marriage Equality, an organization made up of more than 140 clergy members from 15 faiths. Reverend Gene?